have you ever been overwhelmed by your emotions or been reacting to a situation out of your emotion and later on you wish you would have been less impulsive? Today let's talk about how you can manage and master your emotions better. Welcome back to Find Your Inner Panda. My name is Tam. I am a physician and a coach and consultant for health and well-being. And in this channel we talk about spirituality and self-growth. Today I'm going to share with you 3 steps how you can manage and regulate your emotions. But first of all, let's talk about your wins and benefits if you can do so. So why is it helpful to manage your emotions? Well, as one of my mentors always says, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. And I actually think this is summing it up. Because when you just purely act out of your reaction to your emotion, you might do or say something that you cannot take back later on. So there might be consequences, right? So by regulating your emotions, or actually the reaction to your emotion, because it's okay to have your emotion, yeah? So by regulating the reaction to your emotion, you might gain better relationships to other people, you gain more focus, and it helps you in achieving your goals and your plans for your own future. You will make better decisions, and when you control your emotions and don't let the emotion control you, you can get into this peaceful state of mind where you can manifest the life you wish for, right? So the first step is to know yourself and be aware of your emotions. Because in order to change a reaction you have to a certain emotion, you have to notice it and you have to understand why you have this emotion. Because the emotions that arise are connected to values and beliefs that you have, right? Things that you were taught to believe, or things that you believed out of experiences you had in your childhood and upbringing and so on. So first of all, get to know what kind of situations and people trigger you. Why are there certain circumstances that suddenly make you angry, frustrated, or doubtful, or whatever? And why are there other situations that make you burst into pure joy? Yeah, because they're also the positive ones, right? There are certain techniques you can use to enhance your awareness of your emotions, like for example journaling, where you can reflect on your emotions, reflect on the reactions you had, and learn to understand why you had them. And meditation, for example, mindfulness practices, so that you can recognize patterns that you might have. And when you reflect on this more regularly, it will help you to identify and notice the moment it happens more easily. So this is about finding the root for your emotional reaction, the root for your values and beliefs about life and about what is important to you. And the second step is allowing and feeling your emotions. Because there is no way in suppressing them, this is not going to help. So you are allowed to feel your emotions, and you also need to feel them because your emotions are messages, right? But there are moments where you can have your emotions and you can go through them, and there are moments where you should postpone the reaction, and or not react and postpone to go through the emotion. Because for example, in a situation where someone who's close to you is really hurting you, it might be more helpful for both of you when you can just step back from this moment, go through your emotions, go through what you're feeling, reflect on what is maybe going on in both of you, and then have a talk with the other person, right? Instead of directly getting into this emotional hurt feeling, and maybe saying something that you might want to take back later, but cannot. So, but anyway, it's important for you to feel and process your emotions, because as I said, your emotions are in the end messages. Yeah. If you're sad about something, maybe you need a possibility to grieve. If you get jealous, maybe your emotion is showing you something that you want to have in your life. Anger and frustration may be hinting on some of your own fears and doubts. That is why people can trigger you here. Anyway, it's important to allow yourself to have moments, maybe alone, maybe again by journaling, maybe by meditating, maybe when you talk with a good friend or a therapist, to really go through your emotions, allow them, feel them, and also let them pass. And maybe it can also be helpful for you to channel your emotions in a different way, like with being creative, doing something like dancing, writing, or really going for a run, doing mixed martial arts. There are many ways you can try to release the emotion. So you can just choose which fits you best. So the third step might be a bit tricky. It's about letting go and being non-attached. So there are different things where you can detach from. Yeah? You can, for example, detach from the expectation you have to a certain situation or a way a person is reacting to you. And since in the end you cannot control what's happening on the outside, and you cannot control how people react or how people behave, it helps you to let go of your reaction to your emotion if you just let them be. So this is really about letting go of your need to control the situation and letting go of the attachment to the outcome that you wanted to have. I'm not saying it's easy, yeah, but when you don't have certain expectations to a situation, so you don't have the attachment to a certain outcome, you can just be more relaxed. And it will be easier for you to accept things and people just the way they are, and also allow yourself to see things and people just the way they are and not how you might wish them to be. And when you go even further, you might even be able to really detach from the emotion you have. This is a lot about forgiving yourself, forgiving other people. This is a process. And also, this is connected to the last step, right? Because you have to go through an emotion and to process it to finally be able to release it. Well, and it's part of you growing, accepting and loving the person you are now, the person that you have been, and the person that you will be. So this is the more holistic way in how to manage your emotions. Because there are certain habits you can learn as well, just to kind of stop the reaction right away in this moment. But I would save this for another video because this is way taking too long now. But I hope you found something helpful here, and if so, maybe you want to check out my other videos as well. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on the next video concerning this topic. I see you next time. Bye!